Okay, I came to Grjótagjá. Grotta cave, and already I'm seeing huge warning signs. There's a bunch of cars on both sides. There's a huge bus coming after me. So this is not really, it's actually not allowed to swim here because it says it's 43 to 46 degrees, which is, you know, which is hot, but it's not too hot. So this is more of a tourist attraction and not really a hot pool per se. You could probably swim here, but I'm guessing that having people wandering here all the time doesn't really nurture the feeling of getting, you know, soothed by nature. So I'm gonna go check it out. I'm not gonna swim, I'm just gonna go check it out and head off to the next one. It is actually quite a shame that you can't bait here because it is a really cool spot, and I guess back in the day when nobody really knew about this, there was not a lot of people here and you could have a really cool time here with some friends, you know, enjoying. And it is warm, but it's not too hot, but you gotta be careful when you bathe in hot springs this hot because it'll drain you pretty quickly and you gotta rehydrate a lot. I see now nobody's here suddenly. It's empty. Thank you for that. Thanks for having that. If I would want to bathe, I would come here in the middle of the night. And that was actually my initial thought, to stay here in this area until the night, eat some mushrooms, and then come and jump here. But I don't want to stay here in this area, so I'm gonna head off. But it was great seeing you. Bye bye. Okay, so this next place is called Stóragjá. And it's just next to Grjótagjá, where I just was, and just before that in Myvatn, which all of them are really close to each other. It's raining a bit outside, so I won't take my camera too much scenic images, so you have to bear with me here in the car. What I read is that it's a little bit similar. It's a cave, but it's much deeper and it's not as hot, but it has a lot of algae, so I need to go and check it out to see if I can actually swim there or not. I'm bringing my trunks over. Let's hope I can get at least a brief dip. This place is just on the road towards Myvatn and number 1, and then there's a path that leads down to hopefully what is a great hot springs. After these 2 disappointments, I don't know if I'm ready for one more. Stóragjá. The same bus that was just harassing me at the previous place fortunately drove by. This is one of the lesser known, so shh, don't tell anybody. We want to keep this a secret. And at least if you tell somebody, don't tell them you get to know it from me. Okay? Deal? Good. It looks very promising. There's a ladder. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I won't take the camera down, so you just have to trust me that this one is awesome, or I'll figure out somehow to take some shots for you. Oh yeah, this is cool. Now this is a real hot spring.
Much later.
Okay, done and done. I was down there. It's nearly perfect. It's beautiful down there. I wish really I had my GoPro with me, but I don't want to go get it. And the reason for that is it's not hot. It's barely warm. It's not bad. It's clear water. It's fresh. It's great. It looks beautiful from the inside. You gotta experience it yourself. But yeah, if it was hot, this would be so much the best place ever. Now it's decent. It's okay. It's not bad. Absolutely not. It's a beautiful place. You should definitely come and visit it. Instead of going to Myvatn, instead of going to Grjótagjá, whatever. Don't go there, or go there, check it out, but this is the place if you want to take a dip. But unfortunately it's not really warm enough to be classified as a hot spring or a hot pool. It's more of a lukewarm, but it's a nice experience for sure. Come check it out. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I don't still have a towel. Yeah, I don't. So you might be wondering, well, how do you dry yourself? The answer is right here. The thing that I usually have here on my pants, or on my whatever, my pants, my swimming trunks. These are made of material that is really absorbable. So I just dry myself with this one, wring it out, dry myself again, wring it out. And I came up with this idea when I was in the secret lagoon, and I was looking around like, should I nick a towel from somewhere? And then I thought, maybe if I had like this microfiber towel that dries really quickly. And I was standing there and I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, well, I actually have microfiber towel. It's my pants, it's my swimming trunks. So after that I started using that, and it's actually pretty good. It dries very quickly. Now I'm already dry, I can put my stuff on and I wring this out two, 3 times and I'm done. Sorry, nearly saw my wiener there. I didn't mean to. Hopefully YouTube doesn't flag this one. Back in the car, back in the car, back in the car after going down into the pool, which was not hot, which was kind of lukewarm. It was okay. I'm happy I went. So I'm heading out of this area now. I'm happy, I'm satisfied, everything is good. I wouldn't come back here, I wouldn't spend time here. But I'm gonna go to Akureyri, which is the second biggest city in Iceland, and a city I wanted to visit for some time. And through on the way, there's a place called Laugar, which means spring or pool or whatever. You can check it later. I'll double check it. Sorry guys. Sorry about that. This is raw uncut, by the way. If you haven't noticed by now, this is what it is. So I'm gonna drive through there, see if I can figure out a place where to get a real hot pool experience, and then to Akureyri for the night. And tomorrow off to the West Fjords. There's more than enough places for me to see there. I can't go through them all, but I'll choose a few or just let intuition guide me which ones I'm gonna go to. But yeah, for tonight, Akureyri, and then tomorrow morning, West Fjords. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Akureyri. Strangely enough, I always come to think of akkurat, which means correct or right in Norwegian. It has nothing to do with Akureyri. I'm not gonna stay here. I decided I'm gonna keep on driving, because otherwise I have 5.5 hours tomorrow to drive to get to the West Fjords, where some of the most awesome hot springs are. And I found that there is one about 2 hours away from here, which is called Grjótagjá, which is named after the strongest man ever in the Icelandic sagas, Grettir. So they usually close at 10, but I called them and asked them if they could keep a little bit longer open. Unfortunately, they will. So I have until 11, so about an hour and a half time. What they don't know is after I film, I'm gonna eat some mushrooms and probably trip out on that area if it's appropriate. I hear it's a great place. I hear it's really beautiful, so let's hope it lives up to the hype. Bye bye.
A few moments later.
Shit apparently happens to the best of us. I was just leaving from this parking lot where I just took the footage, Put my GoPro on there in the front. There we go. Drove 20-30 meters down the road. It fell off. I don't know, something happened. I tried to find it, I couldn't find it. Fuck it, I'm gonna go. Maybe I'm not, maybe something, I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. That's it. It's okay with the actual GoPro, but, or the, whatever, SJ cam. But I had a lot of good footage there, and I didn't save during the day, so everything was there since the start. Since the start. That's okay. Stuff happens. Somebody finds it. If you find it, if you see this video and you see a guy looking like this, jumping around in waterfalls all around Iceland, that's me. Please get it back to me. Fortunately, there's no dirty pictures or any other inappropriate material on that SD card. So if you find it, return it to me. We'll hook you up with something. Thank you. I'm inside Grjótagjá's changing room. There's no heating here, so it's quite cold. And it's on the beach, on the harbor, so it's quite windy and it's quite cold. And of course, before you go into the hot pool, you have to go into the cold shower, right? No? Yes. Yes. Grjótagjá. Two different pools. This is the Grjótagjá, and then next door there's Gudrunalaug. The one who built this, he got it named after himself because he's an earl. Oh, he's still alive. This place is pretty cool. It's quite windy, as I said. I'm trying to hold my bag here as a wind protector. Hopefully it works out fine. This one is a little bit cooler. The other one, bigger one, is a little bit warmer. This one is kind of difficult to get down to, so when you're coming down the stairs, be careful because it's quite slippery. And on the bottom there's a lot of algae, which also pummels up when you move your feet around. But other than that, it's pretty nice. You can feel the heat, the heated water permeates through the bottom somehow. So it's kind of nice when you put your feet down and like the whole bottom is hot. Yeah, it's nice to visit. It's not a place that I would like to stay at for a longer time, so I'm just gonna hang out here for a while, have something to eat, and then head off to my next destination. We'll see where that takes me. But for now, I'm hanging out here. That's all good. I never lost count how many I did today. I did Grjótagjá in the morning. That wasn't really a hot tub. Then I did the cheese bath, and then I did the 3 ones of which I went to only 1, and this is like six different hot tubs or hot pools or hot springs today in various forms. I think that's enough for one day. Tomorrow I'm heading out towards the West Fjords. I'm spending 1 day there, spring hunting the best ones out there, and then down south towards Reykjavik. This is it for today. I'm gonna take some more B-roll around here so you can see how it looks, and other than that, zoning off from today. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. I made it all the way down from where I was to where I am. 2.5 hours driving in the middle of the night. It's now 2 o'clock. It was tough, but I made it. There's a hot springs here. I'm wondering if I should go grab one more dip tonight when there's nobody here, or wait till the morning, because it might be a little bit cold. But hey, doesn't matter, I'll go. That's what I came here for, right?